Charlie, you're going to be...
Okay. And that's why we didn't
What do you want me to say?
we didn't get accepted the first time because of that.
Because of that. What do you want to say? Your screen, I can't ever see
Oh,
anything.
it's a privacy screen. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see it now. Abby, what do you want to say?
Whatever your intro usually is.
I don't think we've ever done one. This is going to be the new standard.
We just did
You are
one.
screwing it up.
We just did one for the parents, and I said, "Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. This is Sipping Siblings. We had an episode with our parents."
Beep!
Hey, this is Sipping Siblings.
And it's actually sippin' because
Sippin'.
apparently
She
I forgot the
enunciates
G.
like Ross.
No, but apparently I forgot the G.
No, just kidding.
Sipping Siblings.
Sippin' siblings.
If you're looking us up, it's without the G. Anyway.
You're not looking
No
us
G,
up.
just sipping.
No G.
Siblings.
Like pulling without the G.
Oh my god.
Meh, 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 meh. That's how I tell people how when they ask us how to spell my name. I say pulling without the G.
Oh.
Because I'll say P-U-L-L-I-N. They'll go, oh, okay, Cullen? And I'm like, no, P is in Paul. Oh, okay, so it's P, and then you have to go, and then you have to spell it out.
Yeah.
I don't play those games because I'm impatient with people. So I
I don't
say
play those games.
pulling without the P. I'm getting hot now. I'm going to turn the air on.
Wait, I thought you were going to open the windows.
Those windows don't open. They got some kind of child lock
Turn
on
your
them.
air on. You're gonna
Oh.
Turn the air on.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the podcast, guys. This is
Yes,
Sippin'
welcome.
Siblings. We have a special guest. She'll only be here for the intro, but it's all good. It's all we need it for.
That's all we can. That's all you can stand.
It's all we can afford.
That's all we can afford.
She's a free guest, but she comes with a fee of, I don't know.
Patience.
Lots.
Just kidding.
Ugh.
No.
She's turned off by the podcast as of now.
Podcast is cool. It's fun.
So we have one guest,
Talk. Now you talk.
and her name is Mystery.
Mystery. I'm a mystery guest.
You're not gonna say your name. We should have never said our names.
We never should have.
I went to
we
church.
did.
I went to church this morning. Here's a funny story. I went to church this morning, and there's a satellite church from a church in. Are we saving this for the podcast? What are you doing?
Okay. I'm just making sure that it was recording.
Oh, yeah, this isn't that good of a story. So, my mom goes to a church called Church Unlimited out of Corpus, and they have satellite churches everywhere. And they have one, it's being built on 281, that cool little looking building. That's the church. They meet at Lopez Middle School, so I went there this morning. And the pastor is a guy from Corpus that I've actually fished with him and his son before offshore. Like, took them fishing. Yeah, so I'm
So
kind
you
of.
switched churches?
Yeah, because my ex-wife goes to my other church, and they were all like in my biz. So it's kind of a little awkward. So I don't go to that
They
church
still sit
anymore.
together.
Super cool church. Hey, girl, you should go to the front when they call. When they call you down to talk about your sin.
Does anyone here need saving?
She does. No.
And like faith family, is that what they did? Like faith family style?
Oh,
like
you can't let my kids listen to this episode.
if anyone,
Now. Beep. Edit.
I'll cut it out. If anyone wants to come, you know when you go to churches and they're like, at the end of the service, they're like, now if there's anyone that feels the need to come down here and you need to be saved or taught by the Lord, just come on down.
If
and
you feel the Holy Spirit nudge on you, and I like push her. Like, did you feel that?
but everyone's like looking around like,
Well, so I know this pastor, and so when I walk in, I've never been in this church before. I go by myself, and it's super distracting when you whisper because I'm like,
I'm sorry.
"What are you talking about?"
I'm sorry. I won't whisper.
So as soon as I go in, somebody goes, "Dude, bro," and it's him. It's this guy. And I'm like, "Oh, I know him." Well, my mom gave him my cell phone number, and we've been texting a couple times back and forth. But he sent me a message one time that was like, "Hey," first it was like, "Hey, let's meet up. You know, I'll be in." Here's when I'm like, "I'm always out of town." But he sent me a message that was like, "Hey, I'll see you tomorrow." And I'm like, I make a lot of appointments, and I live and die by my calendar, and I check my calendar, and I don't have anything in there.
So you're starting to get paranoid.
And so I'm like, did I promise this guy? Like, I'm pretty sure we've never talked on the phone, and I don't see a text message promising him anything. Like, what's he talking about? And I'm kind of in panic mode. Like, I don't want to ditch on this guy last second, but also I'm not going to be there. And then he sends me a text back, and it's like, oh, sorry, wrong guy. And I'm like, oh, whew, cool. I'm out of that. He sends me one a week later, and it's like, hey, I'm sorry to cancel on you. I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow. And
you
I'm
must
just,
have another mark.
exactly. I'm like, this guy clearly has me mixed up, but I don't even respond to that because I don't. What he's ditching like on a meeting I don't even know about. I don't need to get involved. Like it's already taken care of. I don't want to go through the thing of like, did you? I'm not supposed to meet you, and like, so I just left it alone. Well, I see this guy today, and he's like, oh, dude, bro. And he's doing the thing I do when you don't know anybody's name, which is like, what's up, man? Hey, bro. Yeah, cool guy. And then you don't know what to say, what to call him. And he goes, dude, hey, what's your last name again? And I said, Pullen. And he goes, okay, how do you spell it? And I'm like, pulling without the G. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, and I'm like, first name's Mark. And he goes, how do I know you? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, he has no idea who I am, but he knows me because I've met him before in Corpus. So it's
Did you already know that
different
walking in and you saw him?
That he didn't know who I was?
No, you knew who he was immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he saw me first, but I would have recognized him.
Okay.
And so I'm like, this is my mom, Carolina's my mom. He's like, oh, yeah, that's right, fishing, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I have your number. We're supposed to meet. And I go, yeah, I think you have me confused because these couple text messages, it's been like, I know we didn't talk about it, and you were canceling and changing. We're having this, we weren't on the same page. And he said, I had you down as Mark Anthony, and I thought your last name was Anthony, but I got another guy whose last name is Anthony, and that's who I thought it was. So he had me confused by my middle name, thinking it was my last name because my mother calls me Mark Anthony.
Oh, she does? That's funny.
Yes. Just
Well, no,
like Dad and Ginger and family
Me.
calls me Mark Anthony.
Well,
Yeah, you call
because
me Mark
I
Anthony.
think when I heard this story, oh my god, a bug just flew in your nose. I swear to God.
No way.
It was a little gnat. Maybe when your beard is just living there now. Okay.
Maybe I should go look. Maybe I should go blow my nose.
So
Okay, take over! I'll be back!
I always heard this story from my parents, like when Mark Anthony was born, that, because my dad's name was Mark,
Yeah.
and she wanted it to be different. Like, she didn't want it to be Mark and Mark. My dad and my grandpa are Robert and Robert. Mm-hmm. My dad's is Robert and Mark, and this is Mark Anthony. Mm-hmm. And then Mark Anthony's mom was like, no, I want everyone to call him Mark Anthony. That is the full name. It's not Mark. It's just like something to separate him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we used to call him Bubba until at least when I was in high school.
Yeah.
All the way to.
Oh my gosh.
And we didn't start calling him Mark Anthony because I think one time my dad told me and Bo that he thought it was redneck. Like, as he got older and cooler, he thought it was redneck. And so we were like, okay, Mark Anthony. Remember when we used to call you Bubba?
Yeah.
And you said it was like redneck.
Yeah. It is redneck.
No,
But I call Loxley's Bubba and Lakin's Bubba. They're like Bubba and Sissy. That's what they call each other. It just stuck.
I was Criley. I never had Sissy. I was just Criley. Everyone hated me and called me
What
mean
did Bo
names.
call you?
Piece of shit. No, he didn't call me that.
What did he call you?
Criley.
He didn't call you Sissy?
No, that was the Millers.
Did they?
Yeah, they were like Sissy and Bubby.
Bubby, yeah. See, you don't like it, but when you're a parent, you think it's cute.
Yeah.
Like when your kids do dumb stuff, you're like, they're so cute.
I
And
didn't
you're
think-
into it. And then
Yeah.
other people do it, you're like, oh, they're
No,
stupid.
I didn't think it was stupid. It's just nobody ever called me Sissy. Maybe I'm butthurt that I never had a name. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're butthurt.
No, I'm really not butthurt. I don't know what name I would have. No, the reason I'm butthurt is because I had
butthurt.
2 brothers. I almost lost a pinky
When did you ever?
by you slamming in the door.
That's not what happened.
Minivan.
That's not what
front
happened.
Door.
No.
My
That's
head-
not what happened.
I was there and traumatized.
No, that's
My
not what
head
happened. It was the
smashed
Isuzu.
against a piano.
It was the Isuzu. You got it. I don't know. You had me confused with Bo because I know exactly what happened.
Bo was not old enough to like hurt me when I was 5.
The Isuzu. It was the Isuzu. It was the green Isuzu Trooper.
Is it a Suzu or a Zuzu?
Isuzu.
Really?
It's Isuzu.
Oh, okay.
So the Isuzu Trooper, the green one, and it was the driver's side back passenger door
That was red.
opened and hit you. We had a maroon one and a green one. This was the green one.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And it hit you right here and made a big old. But that's I never slammed your finger in the door.
There was one time where we were
And I
chasing
never
each
hit-
other through the house.
Oh, that could have been, but it wasn't like my fault. Like if you fell, hey, that's on
I
you.
was
He doesn't
trying
think
to.
anything is his
I was
fault.
trying to escape.
Whoa, bro!
I was
Whoa.
trying to escape out the front door.
If
Escape.
you can't run
and he
and keep
pushed,
your feet underneath
he
you,
pushed the door when I'm trying to get out, and my pinky was like.
I don't remember that at all.
And then he pushed
Listen,
me.
stuff happens when you're playing. That doesn't mean I was like, you got hurt and it's my fault.
So
it
that's
sounds like
why-
we were playing and you got hurt. My kids do that all the time.
And then one time we were in.
You need to learn how to run and
We were in your room.
Maneuver.
Check this out. This is how. Yeah. we were in his room where he was staying, like you and Bo, and then it was me. We were in there, and he was messing with me, and I was crying, and I'm like, you're such a jerk, and I hate my life. And then there was some sunscreen, and we spilled it on your carpet. And you were going to get in trouble, I feel like. And you were like, ha, this is funny now. We're all laughing.
That's it? That's the end of the story?
I guess we cleaned it up. I don't know. I just left him with clean. So anyways. Paraguay. Stupid Paraguay. Daddy Yankee was in Paraguay.
My mother's texting me.
Daddy Yankee. Daddy Yankee. Hey.
Oh.
Whoa. My mother wants a... Look at my mom wants for Mother's Day. That's like a trike.
What is
with
she
her?
trying to do?
What's wrong with her?
No, what is she aiming for? Let me just say that.
Do it. She
Where's
likes
she taking it?
My mother likes motorcycles. She had a Harley one time
Is that a
she...
three-wheeler?
Yeah. She had a Harley one time that she won in Vegas. Her and my stepdad won in Vegas, and he wouldn't let her drive it.
Damn.
Yeah. She could barely touch the ground, and she was like, let's get it lowered and blah, blah. And he was like, how about you not drive a Harley?
She's so light, though. Three-wheeler would be good for her because she didn't have to, like, stand it up.
See, but there's motorcycles where they're low. I mean, there's
No, but
she
she's
could get her
so
size.
light that it's heavy. Some of those are heavy.
Yeah. She's strong. My mom's telling
Oh,
me.
she is? Well, then,
I don't know about now. She used to be. She used to do ballet dancing.
do they still go to CrossFit?
I don't think so.
That's
They
cool.
did for a little. It was cool for 6 months. They did. They were studs when they did CrossFit. They're old, man. They got broke. Things were breaking. Did you see that video of Jeff that one time?
That was funny.
That's
so
so funny.
That was funny.
God, that is funny. Yeah, I like that CrossFit. Oh, God. Dad and Ginger work out. They have a trainer, don't they?
Yeah.
They
They were
do.
telling us about it.
They have a
They
trainer.
do.
They have a trainer. They go a couple times a week, and they're all
Yeah.
hardcore into it.
They do.
Yeah, your dad lifts weights and your mom, Ginger, like,
Listen, I think we should
runs
talk
and
about
does
this.
cardio and stuff.
This would be our passive-aggressive way to talk to Dad and Ginger through the podcast, because they'll listen, right? Ginger
Yeah,
will.
they will.
Ginger's nosy. She'll listen.
Yes. Am I mentioned?
Did you talk about cat? Huh?
Talk
Her
about
feet?
at GingeK89 on Facebook. Thanks.
Oh, Lord.
I mean on
Instagram.
Instagram. I don't know her Facebook. Ginge. No, I'm just
Ginge.
kidding.
How do you spell Ginge? Because I call her Ginge.
G-I-N-G.
G-I-N-G.
Is that how you spell it? I always want to put an E.
It's like Jumanji.
And then I feel lazy if I don't put the R. So I'm like, might as well just call her Ginger. Like, might as well put the R on there.
Lazy with your fingers? You're just...
Lazy with my fingers.
What?
Text lazy. Do you ever text like 3 letters, the first 3 letters of a word you don't want to misspell to see if it comes up so you can click it? Don't act like you don't do
I
that.
turned that shit off because I'm not a
Because what am I? Because you're not a what that I am. 'Cause I don't care about-
excellent speller.
Oh, my spelling's gone downhill. I used to be really good.
Really?
Yeah, because autocorrect. Because now you don't have to know.
See,
You used to have to spell. When you wrote a letter. Yeah, first of all, you wrote it down,
Yeah.
and if you misspelled, you had to erase it. That's time and energy, and it makes your paper look bad. So you
yeah.
were careful to not misspell.
I was a huge
Nowadays,
speller.
it's not a thing.
I was a huge speller, and I don't have autocorrect on. I turn it off
You're
because
not better than me because of that.
No, because I type
Yes,
out.
she is.
I just like type out my text, and if it's wrong, well, actually, it's probably not wrong because I'm a really good speller.
Yeah.
No OF. I have to spell
No OF. What is OF?
offense.
What? That's
No
not
offense.
a. Did you make up a?
Offense.
Did you make up an abbreviation?
So I have this thing.
No OF.
I have this thing that I do that I
Make up your own stuff.
have my own.
You try to make it cool.
I
You trying to make a trend?
I make millennial terms that don't exist.
Whatevs. No OF. WE. Whatevs. Hey, funny story. So when I was in middle school in
Double
Montana,
T.
in
My
Townsend,
face.
Montana, Broadwell Elementary.
Zula.
Not Missoula. Not Missoula. Townsend.
Oh, that's
Townsend. Missoula's a town in Montana, but I didn't go to school there. The popular thing to do, and people would write this on their notebooks and like block letters and like, you know how you'd like doodle and trim and like,
Stop.
what?
I'm so sorry.
What? They cut off?